Hello, this is Seth Winnie, and welcome to another NGAR movie review. Today I'm doing Searching. Searching was directed by Anisha Gandhi. Stars John Cho and Deborah Messing. This movie is Parents vs. Nightmare. It's John Cho who loses track of his 16-year-old daughter. She goes to private school and he connects with her over the internet. He starts researching online about his daughter and he finds out that his daughter's real life and internet life are two different things. This is why it's so nightmarish. And this movie, its thing is primarily everything in the first two acts are done over a computer laptop screen, but it's really effective, it's not lame. He figures out that his daughter is not a part of the clubs that she says she is on social media. She's not friends with the kids she says she is friends with, and he contacts people who actually know her, and he finds out she's a loner. This movie is kind of like Truth or Dare type of thing, or going back into the Animals Cry Wolf. That one came out in about 2006, about a myth of the killer online who became real. These plots are probably gonna become more and more prevalent because everybody lives their life online and they don't live in real life. It's kind of fitting because there's been a lot of hacking over the internet. Facebook is being hacked, or it was. Probably still is. Google sells your information. I have videos on that. I'll link it here. All of our lives are no longer our lives. Like when I was young, and this is a meme on Facebook all the time. When I was young, no cell phones, no internet. We had computers, but they didn't connect to anything but printers and floppy disks. It was safe. Your friends were your friends, and you saw them at school, and if you were getting bullied by them, or people stayed at school, they didn't call you up after hours and said, "You're a terrorist," or whatever. But now, with text messaging and Facebook and all the socials and YouTube, you can torment someone 24/7, and that's part of it. And this movie is kind of about internet stalking, and her father is kind of doing his own internet stalking. That's a reality too. A lot of people are stalked over the internet. A lot of people are robbed over the internet. You can see inside people's houses over the internet, live chats. If you were gonna rob them, you will say, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna rob them. Look at that painting." There's a real danger. John Cho did a really good job, really convincing, because basically he's acting 66% of the movie like what I'm doing here to you. I'm talking to you, I can't see you, I see myself in the camera. So basically I could be a mime. John Cho is a mime. I'm a mime. I'm just in my box. Well, if I were John Cho, he can't say anything to nothing, so he has to react with all this like facial expression. So he has turned himself into a mime. What I'm doing here, and what John Cho is doing in the movie, I'm acting in front of a camera. I'm talking to you and I can't see you and I don't know who you are. But he's getting worse. He's a mime because he doesn't have anything to say. He can't talk to a computer, so he does all his acting, all his facial expressions to a blank screen or blank wall. He does an outstanding job. I remember seeing him in all the American Pie films. He was one of the party dudes who always went to the party. You know, like the American Pie 2 when they were at the lake. That kind of thing. And then he graduated to Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. This film, aside from being a real hook, really current, kind of falls down in the third act because, there's only so much reacting in a blank space you can do. You have to sell the movie in the real world. You have to get cops or the FBI notified and involved if there's a missing persons case. Okay, so that's what it involves that. It gets Deborah Messing involved. In the beginning of this movie, you see the mother and the father, John shows the father, check the images of their daughter, and as she grows up, they're doing the online albums and stuff that parents do. And then you see her suddenly get sick with cancer, and then she's gone. It's exactly like the intro to Up. And intro to Up is one of the best intros, and this movie, Searching, did primarily the same thing, and it's still effective because Up is an older Pixar film. This type of thing is extremely effective because it compresses all the backstory you need to know to about that much, and then they can get on with the current story. That's what I like. I like it when they can seamlessly condense a lot of backstory in something that just feels natural. You're the voyeur. You're the voyeur in the beginning. Or we're the voyeur in the beginning. It works up to the third act because the third act they really need to find where she is. And with that action, it kind of messes up because they get the news involved. And I used to work for the news in college as an intern. I interned for a real newspaper. I know how a newsroom worked, at least from a paper. I know I've never been in a TV newsroom, but it's essentially the same. And they broke several boundaries with the way they portrayed the news outlets. That was a little disappointing, but overall, it's a really great film. It's for the suspenseful genre was amazing. And I hope he continues doing dramatic work because, let's face it, Harold and Kumar is a subject with limited appeal. And if you like this video, click like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, visit my links in the comment box below, and I'll see you at the movie.